Live from New Delhi, you're watching Sports Buzz with me, Deepika. In the next half an hour, we'll get you all the latest from the world of cricket, soccer and a lot more. Let's first up quickly begin with top headlines of the hour. India demolishes Bangladesh in second test match at Kanpur, registering clean sweep in two test series. In the process, India set new test batting record, fastest team 100, fastest team double 100. Kohli smashes 27,000. Ravichandran Ashwin awarded man of the series. Match day 2 to witness ultimate UEFA Champions League action tonight. Luis Enrique omits Ousmane Dembele ahead of Arsenal versus PSG clash. Man City stretches beyond Rodri's injury as they go against Bratislava tonight. And Carlos Alcaraz cruises past Medvedev to enter China Open finale. Badosa to face Zhang Shuai in women's singles quarter-final round. To begin with cricket. India's superb display of teamwork stole the show at Kanpur's Green Park Stadium as India achieved clean sweep victory against Bangladesh in two-match test series. In the second test, India won by 7 wickets at Kanpur's Green Park Stadium, and in the process, India created many records where Ravichandran Ashwin has been handed over man of the series title. Here's more. Team India rode on the pitches of Kanpur, recording a clean sweep victory against Bangladesh in two-match test series. Spin duo of Ravichandran Ashwin and Ravindra Jadeja, along with pacer Jasprit Bumrah, worked their magic as India dismissed Bangladesh in two-match test series on day 5. In the process, India created many records as well. Yashasvi Jaiswal scored 72 runs from 51 balls in an innings, started with 12 fours and 2 sixes, totaling to 1,166 runs in the World Test Championship 2023-25 cycle, which is now the highest by an Indian and the second highest behind Joe Root in the cycle. Not only this, Rohit Sharma also became the first opener to hit sixes of the first 2 balls in Test innings and the 4th overall. If you talk about India, India smashed the record for fastest team 100 and fastest team double 100 in Test cricket as well. Yashasvi Jaiswal and Shubman Gill powered the team to the fastest team 100 in Test cricket's history. With this, India also achieved the score in just 10.1 overs, breaking their own world record from 2023, where they reached 112.2 overs against West Indies in Port of Spain. Let's talk about King Kohli also, who edged his name deeper into the annals of cricket history by becoming the fastest player to score 27,000 runs in international cricket. India's aggressive batting continued as Virat Kohli scored 47 of 35 balls and KL Rahul added 68 of 43, propelling the team to another record. With this performance, India shattered the record for the fastest team score of 200 in Test cricket, achieving the milestone in just 24.2 overs. India's star all-rounder Ravindra Jadeja also became the second fastest player in Test cricket to achieve the double milestone of 3,000 runs and 300 wickets. A test series that saw a lot of interruption due to bad light followed by heavy rains could not dampen the spirits of both the sides, as Team India not only got a chance to prove their prowess in all formats of cricket including the tests. On the other hand, Bangladesh too put up a decent performance but eventually went down to the host on gripping day 5 of the Kanpur test. Sports Test DD India. And India's Ravichandran Ashwin had a terrific outing in the two-match test series against Bangladesh as India sealed the series by 2-0. For his spectacular performance, Ashwin has been awarded Player of the Series title for his efforts. This was also a historical achievement for ace all-rounder as he now joins Muttiah Muralitharan in the list of most Players of the Series awards awarded in Tests category to a player. Both Ravichandran Ashwin and Murali have 11 Player of the Series awards in Test cricket to their names, but Ravichandran Ashwin reached the milestone quicker than Murali. With this, India also maintains its top position at World Test Championship points table, holding 98 points in hand. Now, in a path-breaking deal by an Indian company into UK's Hampshire cricket, the GMR group based in the capital, New Delhi, has set a new benchmark in the business of sports, underlining India's growing prowess beyond the boundaries in international cricket. Here's more. In what could be a major investment by an Indian company in an overseas deal, India's GMR Group, based in the capital New Delhi, has procured a majority stake in Hampshire Cricket, based in England. With this, Hampshire becomes the first English county to have a foreign ownership. As part of the agreement, GMR or the GGPL will initially acquire a majority stake in Hampshire Sport and Leisure Holdings Limited, with the completed acquisition of 100% ownership expected within the next 24 months. This transaction represents GMR's broader vision of investing in global sports assets through its overseas platform under the GMR Group. The agreement outlines the phased acquisition of the entire issued share capital of Hampshire Sport and Leisure Holdings Limited by GGPL and an initial reduction of Hampshire Sport and Leisure Holdings debt, setting the stage for long-term growth and financial stability. This acquisition is designed to strengthen the financial position of Hampshire, including Hampshire Cricket, and will include a material injection of capital to reduce the leveraging of Hampshire Sport and Leisure Holding Group. GGPL has committed to furthering the development of Hampshire cricket teams and pathways, as well as enhancing the multi-sports and leisure facilities, including the stadium, hotel, and the golf course. GMR further emphasizes the importance of respecting the traditions and culture of the games in England and Wales. The deal is likely to have a significant impact on the ownership pattern of currently ECP owned The 100. Apart from Hampshire, India's GMR has invested in other foreign bodies too. The recent takeover completely signifies India's growing prowess in international cricket and strengthening cricket diplomacy across the boundaries. Deepika Mehto's report for DD India.
Well, the 9th edition of T20 Women's Cricket World Cup is all set to kickstart from the 3rd of October, with 10 teams competing across 23 matches for the coveted title. The T20 Cricket World Cup will be hosted by Dubai and Sharjah. Let's now take a look at this pre-match preview that tells you all about India's performance and more.
With an eye on Maiden World T20 trophy, Indian women's cricket team is all set for the 9th edition of the ICC T20 World Cup starting on October 3 in UAE. Led by Harmanpreet Kaur, the Indian team boasts of star players in their lineup: Smriti Mandhana, Jemimah Rodriguez and Renuka Thakur along others, adding to the firepower. India has seen a rather quiet build-up with no international matches for nearly 2 months before the showpiece event. The national team was last in action in the T20 Asia Cup final against Sri Lanka, but lost the marquee clash largely due to poor fielding and struggles against Spain. India arrived at its 15-member squad after months of significant tinkering. This involved workload management, motivated rotations, and trial and error with players of promise based on current form. The major problem for Indian women's team is that they have been unable to cross the final hurdle, be it the 2017 50-over World Cup or 2020 T20 World Cup final or 2022 Commonwealth Games final. Grouped alongside the White Ferns, defending champions Australia, reigning Asia Cup champion Sri Lanka and Pakistan, India will start their campaign under the lights on October 4 against New Zealand in Dubai. They then take on arch rivals Pakistan on October 6. They play Sri Lanka on October 9, while they last face Australia on October 13. India have participated in all 8 editions of the T20 World Cup but have never won the title. In 2009 and 2010, India was ousted in the semi-finals, while in 2012, 2014 and 2016, India could not go past the first round. In 2018 and 2023, India reached the semi-finals but could not go through to the final, and in 2020, India lost in the final. The women in blue have been among the better teams in recent times, but they are yet to lay their hands on the trophy. With tough competition ahead of them, India is set to go for glory and would want to clinch their maiden World Cup title. The wound of their semi-final exit in the 2023 edition is still fresh, and this year's tournament presents the perfect opportunity for retribution. If India can maintain composure and execute their plans effectively, this could finally be their year to lift the coveted T20 World Cup trophy. Sports Desk, DD India.
And we will continue cheering for Team India from here. Moving on, South Africa have recalled all-rounder Senurun Muthusamy to their 15-player squad for next month's 2-test tour of Bangladesh as one of 3 frontline spin options. Muthusamy played the last of his 3 tests in March 2023 and joined Keshav Maharaj along with Dane as the specialist slow bowling options in the squad. Batter Matthew Pritzke is the only uncapped player in the squad. Temba Bavuma will captain the side with the first test in Dhaka from the 21st of October. It will go on till the 25th of it, and the second will take place on the 29th of October and will continue until the 2nd of November. Now, top cricketing legends are all set to return for inaugural edition of International Masters League scheduled to be held in India. The schedule for the IML is yet to be announced alongside the squads. The International Masters Cricket League will be an annual T20 tournament, initially featuring stars from 6 cricketing nations including India, West Indies, Australia, England, South Africa and Sri Lanka. The matches are scheduled to be held in Mumbai, Lucknow and Raipur, with stars like Sachin Tendulkar set to return to the fields. Legendary cricketer Sunil Gavaskar has been appointed as the league commissioner. Now, ahead of next year's ICC Champions Trophy, which is scheduled to take place in Pakistan for now, former England captain Nasser Hussain has said that the Three Lions should restore the position of their experienced stars in their ODI setup. While England's designated skipper Jos Buttler missed out on their recent white-all series against their arch-rival Australia. On the other hand, Joe Root, who put in a shift during England's Test summer, was rested from the ODI series. Meanwhile, Test captain Ben Stokes has also indicated a potential return to the 50-over format. So Nasser Hussain now feels that Root could be a crucial cog in the wheel for England's team ahead of next year's extravaganza event. Moving on now, let's get you an update from the world of shooting. Parth Rakesh Mane won the 10-meter air rifle gold at World Junior Championship in Lima. This was the 16-year-old's second gold at the championship. He has already claimed a team gold as India's performance showing continued. In a thrilling final, Mane edged out China's Wang Liwanlin by 0.7 points. Braden Pacer backed the bronze medal, narrowly defeating Paris Olympic silver medalist Victor Lindgren of Sweden. Now, India continued to lead the overall medal tally at the championship with 5 gold medals in its kitty right now. Moving on in sports fast now, let's get you all the latest from the world of soccer to begin with Champions League. Bayer Leverkusen are all gearing up for a thrilling encounter against AC Milan as they prepare to host the storied Italian side in the Champions League encounter on Tuesday night. AC Milan players continued training preparations as they were put through their places at their training ground ahead of the group phase encounter. Milan head into the match with a 3-0 Serie A home victory over Venezia. AC Milan coach Paulo Fonseca said AC Milan need a quality defensive performance in Tuesday's clash. Meanwhile, Bayer Leverkusen manager Xabi Alonso said they expect a typically dangerous game against Italian opposition when they face host AC Milan and are honoured to take on a team with a massive European pedigree.
I'm very happy with what we have done in the league, but I'm also a little curious to see how the team behaves in another scenario. Tomorrow will be a different game for what we had in a Serie A.
Champions League, le parole sono sempre le stesse.
We are excited that the Champions League is back in our stadium, that we are in the competition, and the first game is at home against a big team of football history. AC Milan always has a very good team, and at the moment they have many top individual players. So we will need to bring our best quality and play our best game to be able to have a good chance, but we are ready. There was not much time, but that is the way it is.
Now, in other Champions League encounter, Arsenal will take on Paris Saint-Germain on Tuesday night at the Emirates. Arsenal scored 2 goals in injury time to beat Leicester City by 4-2 in Premier League encounter on last Saturday, following on from their fighting performance in a 2-2 draw with 10 men against Manchester City the previous week. Arsenal manager Mikel Arteta praised the character of his players ahead of their Champions League clash against the PSG. Arteta said this was the sort of character that his team will need if they are to progress in this year's Champions League.
Well, it shapes, I think, the character and the body of the team, you know, that they have the certainty that they can win in any contest, that they can adapt to very different contests during matches. The Champions League demands that you can pretend to play against this kind of opposition and dominate 95 minutes. It does not happen at this level, so you have to be really good in other phases as well to stay in the game, to be comfortable there and still have always a belief and intention to win it.
Si alguien de manera grave.
So I consider that this is a very important game week and the match tomorrow's a very important match. And I want all my players to be ready. I want the best for my team. That's my job.
Significa que...
We are heading to a short break. We'll be right back, but still to come on the other side. Sinner says he's in a very difficult moment and enduring sleepless nights over doping case. And Basketball Hall of Fame Dikembe Mutombo passed away at the age of 58.
Always welcoming. The vibe of Punjab is larger than life. Warm up to grandeur that's beyond compare. And history that's dotted with tales of bravery. Smiling soul of India, where music, art, cuisine and culture comes together to create an unforgettable impression. Punjab is all set to win your hearts with its unique and colorful extravaganza.
Welcome back. You're watching Sports Buzz. And now let's continue with all the latest from the world of soccer. Manchester City forward Phil Foden has so far struggled to scale anywhere near the heights of last season, but manager Pep Guardiola believes that his campaign is about to lift off. Foden scored 28 goals for club and country in all competitions and was named as PFA Player of the Year, but has begun 4 of his 5 games this time on the bench, with his only start coming against Watford in the League Cup. Speaking ahead of City's Champions League clash away in Slovakia against Slovan Bratislava, Guardiola said he was not concerned, saying the 24-year-old is getting back up to speed.
There is, maybe I can have some doubts in many things, but the feel that he's going to be back will be back. As much he feels good, he will be back. I think the 30 minutes play in Champions Park, I felt already something that I like it that I didn't see, for example, against Watford. And we cannot forget, after European have been 2 months, might have 2 months or maybe more without training, with the problems he had a little bit with Nichols and some problems in his health, and now he's a little bit smiling and a little bit, you know, in his rhythm. So we cannot forget, we have done so far what we have done without him, the best player of the Premier League last season, so we need him as a...
Now, Real Madrid named Kylian Mbappe in their squad to face Lille in Champions League on Wednesday after he missed one of the match due to a thigh injury. Mbappe sustained injury last Tuesday in La Liga victory over Alaves and was unavailable for Sunday's 1-1 derby draw at Atletico Madrid. The French forward was expected to be out until after the upcoming international break, but appears to have made a quick recovery. Madrid coach Carlo Ancelotti has selected Mbappe in his squad for the trip to France to face Ligue 1 side Lille. Cameroon Football Federation chief Samuel Eto'o has been banned from attending the national team's matches for 6 months after violating FIFA's disciplinary regulations. The former Barcelona striker has been the president of Federation since 2021 and will now be barred from all men's and women's games across various group ages. FIFA said in a statement that the sanction was imposed in connection with the FIFA Under-20 Women's World Cup round of 16 match between Brazil and Cameroon played in Bogota, Colombia on 11th of September this year. Details regarding the incidents were not disclosed by FIFA's committee. Atletico Madrid said they have imposed a permanent stadium ban on a fan who the police identified as throwing an object onto the pitch during Sunday's La Liga encounter against local rivals Real Madrid. The match was suspended for 20 minutes due to Atletico's fan throwing object towards Real's goalkeeper Thibaut Courtois after the visitors took the lead in the second half then. Atletico salvaged a 1-1 draw after Angel Correa scored in added time. The club said it will also prohibit the use of any element or garment that allows a person to hide their identity inside the stadium. On to tennis now. 4-time Grand Slam champion Carlos Alcaraz emulated Rafael Nadal in reaching the China Open final as he sent Daniel Medvedev packing by 7-5, 6-3 on Tuesday. The 21-year-old Spaniard has moved into his first finals in Beijing. Alcaraz drew first blood when he broke last year's finalist Medvedev serve to claim the first set. In the second set, Alcaraz took a 3-2 lead and wrapped up the match with ease. Alcaraz is one victory away from his 16th ATP Tour title with this. On the other hand, US Open finalist Jessica Pegula was stumped out in the China Open last 16 on Tuesday by Spain's Paula Badosa to become the biggest casualty so far in Beijing. The 15th seed won in convincing fashion by 6-4, 6-0 and next faces China's Zhang Shuai in the quarterfinals. Zhang is the lowest ranked player to ever reach this stage of the tournament. The second seeded American Pegula came into WTA 1000 event as one of the form players on the tour. And top-ranked Yannick Sinner defied the controversy surrounding his doping case to join Carlos Alcaraz and Daniel Medvedev in the China Open semi-finals. The defending champion defeated Jirili Heka by 6-2, 7-6 for his 14th victory in a row. The World Anti-Doping Agency sought a ban of up to 2 years after Sinner twice tested positive for a banned substance. The International Tennis Integrity Agency cleared the Italian of wrongdoing in August and allowed him to continue playing. The world number 1 will face Wu in the semi-finals in Beijing on Tuesday. And world number 1 Yannick Sinner said that he was in a very difficult moment and was enduring sleepless nights over his doping case. The 23-year-old said, and I quote his statement here, "First of all, it's not a situation where I like to be in. It's a very delicate and difficult and also different situation. But what I know is that I always try to remind myself that I haven't done anything wrong. For sure, I had sleepless nights during this time. Now again, it's going to be not easy. I just try to stay somehow focused on my work. But yes, this is a very difficult moment for me and also for my team," unquote. Moving on to chess, Turkish Grandmaster Yagizkan Ertuğrul created history as he became the youngest player to record a rating of 2600 at the tender age of 13. Just 4 months back, Ertuğrul was in the news for breaking Judith Polgar's record from 1989 that saw him become the highest rated player in the history before the age of 13. At the moment, Ertuğrul is the youngest Grandmaster in the world and the 4th youngest in the history to achieve this distinguished title. Ertuğrul played on the board 3 for Turkey in the recently held Chess Olympiad in Budapest, scoring 8 for 11 points. Now, this performance took his ratings to 2,601 in FIDE's October list. National Basketball Association said on Monday that Basketball Hall of Famer Dikembe Mutombo has passed away at the age of 58 due to brain cancer. Beloved by fans, the Congolese centre was selected as an NBA All-Star 8 times, using his tremendous 7-foot, 2-inch frame to become one of the most league's fearsome shot blockers. He had also earned Defensive Players of the Honours for 4 times. Mutombo's gregarious personality with a trademark finger wag celebration made him a fan favourite as he played 18 seasons with 6 different teams in the league. He reached the NBA Finals twice. After retiring in the year 2009, he became NBA's first global ambassador and helped promote sport in Africa as well. And that's all for this edition of DD India Sports Buzz. But do let us know your thoughts on the news of the day. For those on the go, you can get all the latest news and updates from India and across the world on DD India mobile app. The app is available on both Android and iOS platforms. Scan the QR code on the screen to download it right now. We'll be back with more news as it breaks here on DD India. I am Deepika, and from all of us here in New Delhi, thank you so much for watching Sports Buzz. Namaskar.